Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Open Book and the Silent Sports and Gaming channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Troy West. Um, it's a special video. I wanted to do this topic for a while, especially for the Open Book. Um, basically, mental health in the world of sports, like athletes that deal with depression, anxiety, um, and mental health in general. Of course, started the open book about a month ago. The channel is to shed a light on mental health and to help others that might be struggling with it. I'm a person that struggled with depression myself, so I just wanted to do something about it, and I started the open book about a month ago. You could go, well, if you're watching on the open book already, you could check out the rest of my videos with a little introduction, tell you about myself, how I struggle with it, um, a few various topics like how the holidays might affect your depression, your mental health, um, friendships, relationships, work. I covered those things already, and I've come up with more topics soon. Um, but I wanted to do this topic. Actually, I wanted to do this one last week, um, but I had a little struggle last week, so I say, well, I talk about that, and I do this week. So, um, but yeah, well, basically, I just want to talk about mental health, how it affects uh, professional athletes or athletes in general. Um, of course, it shouldn't be that surprising to you. Athletes are human just like us. They have struggles. Um, how they came up in life is not too much different from ours. And then, especially even athletes with big contracts, they pressured to perform, so that might could wear somebody's mind. Um, like Kevin Love last year. Kevin Love played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's injured right now, but he was open about his episode he had about a year ago. I think he was playing Atlanta Hawks, and he basically had an anxiety attack, and he was more open about it. DeMar DeRozan was open about his mental health, his depression. Of course, even former players like Ron Artest, of course known as Meta World Peace, he was open about his. Brandon Marshall, wide receiver. Um, Now he plays for the Saints, but famous wide receiver. He's been open about his mental health. So there's a lot of athletes out there. I'm gonna see the article. Randy Gregory for the Dallas Cowboys. I gotta read it, but I wanted to give it a read. But basically, after skimmed through it, it was basically with while he smoked marijuana and do other things just to cover up the pain, and that's basically what I do. While I drink, I don't smoke, but I drink sometimes to cover the pain. Um, so like I said, athletes go through it too. But there was one article that pretty much touched me, touched my heart, and just I was able to relate to it a lot. Um, Probably never heard of her. Her name is Mackenzie Mason. She's the daughter of Vanderbilt coach Derek Mason, which I mentioned in my blog. I got the Derek's mixed up because it's a Derek Mason wide receiver that used to play in the NFL. He was a veteran wide receiver. He played for the Ravens, played for the Titans. More known probably as a Titan than a Raven, but he was a solid Baltimore Raven as well. I thought it was him and his daughter. I don't even know if he have children or not. Speaking of Derek Mason, but it's a different Derek Mason. Um, so sorry about that mix up, but it was on ESPN.com. Um, she talked about her struggles. That she's only 19 years old. How she struggled with it as a teenager, moving around a lot because her dad was a coach. So her dad, coaches they move around a lot, especially if you don't stay at one job. They moved around a lot, um, and she just like a lot of things that she said just touched me, like how she felt like she used to say she felt worthless. I mean, you feel worthless when you're depressed. Um, and she said she had a normal childhood. If you read the article, she had a normal childhood. She wasn't abused. Both her parents was in her life, um, and she still, you know, had this was fighting this depression. And another thing she said that touched me was she said she didn't feel like she could express it because she saw around her that she had a good life. She had both her parents. You know, she didn't need for anything. She had a good childhood, and when she felt the way she felt like she couldn't talk to no one because she felt like she wasn't worthy of expressing herself because some people. Oh, I guess I'll use myself as an example. Like I didn't. Well, my parents wasn't together for most of my life. She just felt like she couldn't talk about it because um on the outside looking in, she had a normal life, a decent life. Um, but she talked about, like I said, the moving around really got to her. Um, the pressure of school and trying to make new friends because she had to move around a lot. And war on her mind, like all that stuff I could relate to, as far as like making friends and also feeling silence. She said she felt silence, that she couldn't really talk. It was hard for her to talk, but I would recommend you definitely go find the article and read it. It was on ESPN.com. Mackenzie Mason, she pretty much reveals herself, and I just want to say that she inspired me. She really touched my heart. Make me don't want to fight. Make me don't want to quit and keep fighting. I should say. Apologize for that. Um, she's very strong to be 19, and if she's somehow able to watch this video, I just want to say like your article and you coming up, opening up about yourself, really inspired me to keep doing these videos, to keep fighting as well, and maybe I can help other people because you helped me. Like I said, I had my episodes where I struggle, um, and the article just touched me. All the feelings she had was similar to mine. Um, she talks about her suicide attempts. Then she said she committed suicide twice. I want to say it was 2 times, maybe 3 times, but of course she's still here. And she's doing pretty well. As far as the last, when she wrote the article, when the article was written, she had to drop out of school for a while just to get herself together. Which I relate to as far as my job. Dang, I still need my job. I need my job to live, And I wound up losing my apartment and things like that. But I still did glad I went and got help when I did last in 2017. Even though I wish some days in my life was different, but I think I made the right decision to go get help because I could I'd probably be gone right now because I probably wouldn't have been able to fight and get myself together. I probably would have took my own life as well because I attempted suicide twice myself. But that article really touched me, made me definitely want to do this topic. A lot of athletes struggle with it. Some have been open with it, some haven't been. But when I hear athletes or somebody in a spotlight like her or like anyone else, it makes you feel, like I said, you're not alone. You're definitely not alone out there. There's other people feeling the same way you feeling. And not saying that's supposed to comfort you because it don't, you know. And she talked about that too. Like, basically, somebody telling her, well, uh, you should be grateful and all that type of, basically, you shouldn't feel the way you feel or people don't understand. But she said she wound up understanding that. And so do I, uh, I think she said, another day I relate to her too, like with the medicine. Like, I don't, she said she stopped taking the medicine. I think she said she's still trying to find a good medicine for her, but she was saying the medicine made her feel worse because it numbed her. That's how medicine did for me. That's why I stopped taking medicine as well when I was recommended. But I did go get help last year. You don't want to feel. You want to feel. You still want to feel stuff. It was just an article that I related to, and like I said, if somehow you able to watch this video, Mackenzie, you inspired me. Um, so that's why I definitely wanted to do this video. And as far as other athletes, like I said, there's other athletes out there. Um, it take care to be open about something like that because people. Another day she talked about that just popped up in my mind, the stigma of depression. It makes people put you in this box. Which is makes you feel even lower because, and I felt that. Like some people I tell about it. It's like they look at you like you crazy. I don't want to be insensitive, but look at you like you're just a maniac or something. Or something you need to be caged up. Or you shouldn't express yourself. And like I said, especially the last few weeks, I've been I feel that I mean, fair, not in my deep darkest depressions, but I've been a little bit depressed. Like I said, I got people support, and that's another thing she said. The support is important. She had the support, but still felt weak. And I did a video the other last week. Talking about things, and you don't feel strong at the time. People keep telling you that you're strong, you just don't feel strong sometimes. And the support is important. I mean, I have decent support. I will say I don't have none, but I guess it's just not consistent. I guess when I need it, it's not exactly there when I want it to be. I have people in my life, but at the end of the day, I still feel alone. So, but that article really touched me, and I want to read the Randy Gregory article as well. Um, but just like I said, just to stay on this topic, like the athletes, like I said, it's not surprising to me that athletes deal with it. Like you got a lot of pressure to perform. You making all this money. You probably got people in your life that don't really care about you at all, just there for the money. So I can understand it. Not just for athletes, with we seen it with actors committing suicide. Robert Williams was a shock to me. Who knows what he was dealing with? And other actors that's took their own lives or had dealt with mental problems. Um, Rappers and singers too. Like I mean, everybody. It's more common than you think, and that's the one thing she pointed out as well. It's not rare. It's not that rare as you think. Like people probably just hold it in more a lot. Like I did. I held mine in for years. When I was a teenager, though, I didn't. Like I said, I was. I mean, I was depressed, but I wasn't. I guess I was just. It was just so much going on. I just didn't have time, and I always had people around me at the time. I didn't really start feeling my depression until I moved out on my own. It was by myself a lot, and then that's when I started really feeling it or really noticing it, I should say. But when I was a teenager, I definitely held it in, and I always was around people, so I held it in. But once I got on my own, I was able to reflect and sit to myself. That's when it really hit me hard. But yeah, it's tough, man. Like it's hard. Like you try to. Sometimes you just like he or she said, you don't even know. It just the feeling just there. Like you can't explain why it's there. It's not something that happened to you. It just the feeling's just there. You know. Um, like far as with me, like I said, I've dealt with it for years. I've been a lot more open about it in the last few years, but yeah, I didn't. I held it in a lot. I just went to work. I had my moments. Like I said, I turned to the alcohol, which I still do sometimes. Like I said, which is not a good thing. Um, my feelings get hurt. I'm very sensitive. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a very sensitive person. If you're in my corner, you're in my corner. I'm one of those type of people. I don't turn my back on anyone if I don't have to. Um, and I guess when I don't, get the same treatment, it hurts. It hurts. And maybe I set myself up for that. But it's just how I am. Um, but yeah, her article really touched me, man. I would definitely recommend you go read it if you can find it on ESPN.com. Mackenzie Mason, or just search her, or search her dad, Derek Mason. You can find it. Um, Definitely a must read if you're just interested in mental health, or if you feel like you struggling. Like her article really did touch me. That's why I definitely wanted to do this video. Um, but mental health in sports, like I said, it's not, it shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise at all. Um, I just like I said, I just I've been doing this for the last month just to try to help other people. It's not just about myself. Um, which I keep hearing people say that, or people say, well, we just want attention. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing this for any type of glory, any type of to get noticed. Like I said, look at my subscribers. I don't have none. I barely have any, on both of these channels. So that's not my main. It's not my main goal. Like if it happens, it happens. And I've said that many times before. People gonna hate, or hate on you for no reason. So I mean, I'm ready for that. But I just want to help people, man. Like this is my way of trying to help people, to reveal myself and tell, maybe I can inspire someone to, be stronger. Or like I said, I'm here to talk. My emails and my channel description on the open book, or just in the comment section you can leave a comment, or if you just want to talk, period. But athletes, are people we look up to, so I just figured this would help as well. And I've crossed it on both channels because it is, a sports topic somewhat, that don't get talked about enough. And that's why I'm grateful for like Kevin Love and DeMar DeRozan, Brandon Marshall, and other athletes that's spoken out about mental health. Because people like me, just a normal person, normal guy, you want to have somebody to look up to. But like I said, Mackenzie definitely, she deserves a lot of credit. And it was strong of her to do that because, it's hard to reveal yourself, admitting that you try to take it all, like talk about all those intimate details that she talked about. And I wish her luck too. You know, she might have some times where she might go back into a dark period, but she has a support system, which is good, and she have a family to have her back. And even though I'm just who I am, I've had everybody back. I want to be. I've said this before. I wouldn't mind being. I'm the voice. I'd be the sacrificial lamb. Just put it that way. I'm willing to give anything for this cause, even my own life, if it helps somebody else. That's how strongly I feel about this. It also helps myself because it makes me feel better about myself that I'm helping people. So that's why I wanted to do this video in particular. Like I said, like when you feel weak, just like I said, it's athletes out here dealing with this. It's people you think that's happy with money that's dealing with this. I mean, it's so common. People just don't talk about it and are afraid to talk about it because they think they'll get judged. I used to care about that. I don't anymore. That's basically what I'm saying. I don't care what nobody think of me anymore. People that really know me, I feel like they know the good part about me, And I mean, I feel like I'm misunderstood sometimes, but I understand that, But I'm here to help anyone that needs help with this issue, and just hope we can just build each other up, like I said before. And like I said, that's why I appreciate. And I love sports. I've been watching sports for years since I was able to walk. I've been a sports fan. Just with everything, I mean, some of my best moment of my life was related to sports. With my father, who's no longer here, a lot of my best memories was us watching sports. Sports has always been a confidant of mine. Even when I felt the pressure, I can, relax my mind and watch a good game or maybe even talk about sports. It's always been a crutch of mine, and it always will be. But like I said, that's why I did it on both channels because there might be people on in my other audience, my video game, Solid Sports and Gaming channel, that might be struggling with this. Like they was talking about this week, as far as video games, this guy's addicted to video games. Not saying that crosses with mental health, but it could. It could be something that they do just to hide a deeper pain. And video games also has been a crutch of mine. I'm not the biggest gamer as I used to be when I was younger, but I still love video games. I still play my game. I still, I do the channel. I do the playthroughs and everything. So, it's, I mean, like I said, man, it's it's not as rare as you think. Mental health, depression, anxiety, or anything else. And like I said, the stigma of it makes people, it silence people's voices. But I'm not going to be silent anymore, which I haven't been for the last couple of years. I've been open about it. If people ask me about it, I've been honest with them about it. Yes, it was embarrassing somewhat. Nah, I don't want to say embarrassing. I mean, that's maybe a strong word, but like telling people that you tried to kill yourself, that people think of you just differently. They think of you differently. Or you tell them you got depression, they think, they don't want to be around you because they think, they just don't get looked at the same. And I think that's why a lot of people hold it in. But I'm willing to sacrifice that. Like I said, I never had a lot of friends in the first place. Um, but I'm willing to sacrifice everything for this cause. So that's all I wanted to say. Uh, like I said, thank you to Mackenzie Mason. Like people like that. I think she was strong to be so young to come out and reveal everything about herself to help other people. And that's why I think more of us have to do that. That's why I'm going to continue to do it right here on the Open Book and on the Solid Sports and Gaming channel as well. But I just wanted to talk about it real quick. So it'll be up for both channels. Check me out on both of these channels. The Open Book, like I said, is not. I don't schedule videos. I just do videos when I feel like I need to do one. So that's how that channel works. And of course, on the Solid Sports and Gaming channel, I do weekly blogs, which I just one being uploaded right now. It might be uploaded by the time I do this video. So just check me out. And everybody out there that feel weak, stay strong. I'm like I said, I don't mind being that voice, being that front person. When you feel like you can't speak, I speak for you. And that's basically what my goal is with all of this. But hope everybody have a good weekend. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. Like I said, go look up Mackenzie Mason. Definitely read that article. And just look up mental health in sports, period. You'll be shocked by how it affects athletes. And probably just look up, even if you're not a sports fan, just look up singers. And I'm telling you, it's a lot of people out here that struggle with mental health. So thank you so much. I'm Troy West. Thank you for watching Open Book and the Solid Sports and Gaming channel. Until next time, thank you so much. Thanks for the support as always, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you so much.